Let me take you back in time. Not that time. Yeah, this time. Imagine this. You're at a high school dance, the lights are dim, the music is pumping, and there's that one person you've been eyeing all night. You muster up the courage to walk over, heart pounding, palms sweating. You ask them to dance, and they say no. What now? Do you sulk in the corner, feeling like the world's biggest loser? Or do you shrug it off, smile, and dance with your friends anyway? This, my friends, is the essence of outcome independence. And trust me, I know a thing or two about this. When I started this YouTube channel, I had big dreams, visions of thousands of subscribers and tons of views. But guess what? Right now, I have just below 100 subscribers, and my videos don't get a ton of views. Am I discouraged? Not at all. This is where outcome independence comes in clutch. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll not only understand what it is, but you'll know how to live it and why it can change your life for the better. Let's dive in. Outcome independence is a concept rooted in both philosophy and self-improvement. It's all about detaching yourself from the results of your actions. Imagine you're a poker player. You can't control the cards you're dealt, but you can control how you play them. Outcome independence is about focusing on the process, the actions, and the journey, rather than fixating on the end result. Think of it as the antidote to stress and anxiety over things you can't control. Instead of obsessing over whether you get that job, ace that test, or impress that date, you focus on giving your best effort and letting go of the rest. It's a mindset that allows you to live more freely, more joyfully, and with a heck of a lot less stress. This mindset isn't about being indifferent or apathetic. It's about shifting your focus from external validation and outcomes to internal growth and effort. When you embrace this mindset, you begin to realize that your value and happiness aren't tied to specific outcomes, but are inherent in your actions and intentions. All right, so why should you care about outcome independence? Let's break it down with a few points. Reduces anxiety and stress. When you're not constantly worrying about the future, your stress levels drop. You're no longer living in a state of perpetual what if. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Boost confidence. By focusing on what you can control, your actions, you build a sense of confidence and competence. You know you're giving your best, regardless of the outcome. Enhances resilience. Life is full of ups and downs. When you're not tied to specific outcomes, it's easier to bounce back from failures and setbacks. Consider how athletes view losses as opportunities to improve, rather than as defining failures. Fosters authenticity. You become more authentic because you're not driven by the need to achieve specific results to validate your self-worth. You act from a place of genuine intent and integrity. Encourages growth. By focusing on the process, you naturally start to see every experience as an opportunity for growth and learning. You're not just aiming for success, but striving to improve with each step. Moreover, outcome independence can significantly enhance your relationships. When you're not fixated on how others perceive you or on getting a particular response, you can engage more authentically and genuinely with people. This leads to deeper, more meaningful connections, whether in friendships, romantic relationships, or professional interactions. Now let's get practical. How can you cultivate outcome independence in your life? Mindfulness and meditation. These practices help you stay present and focused on the moment rather than getting lost in future anxieties. By regularly practicing mindfulness, you train your mind to focus on the here and now, which is the foundation of outcome independence. Personally, I meditate for 10 minutes every morning to center myself. Set process-oriented goals. Instead of setting goals like, I must get an A, try, I will study for 2 hours every day. This shifts your focus to the effort, not just the result. By setting process-oriented goals, you're rewarding yourself for the effort you put in, which is within your control, rather than the outcome, which may not be. Embrace failure as feedback. Instead of seeing failure as the end of the road, view it as valuable feedback. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? This shift in perspective turns setbacks into opportunities for growth and learning. Detach from external validation. Seek internal validation. Remind yourself that your worth isn't tied to others' approval or specific outcomes. Practice self-affirmation and recognize your intrinsic value. Celebrate small wins. Acknowledge and celebrate your efforts and progress, no matter how small. This reinforces the value of the process over the outcome. Celebrating small wins keeps you motivated and focused on your journey. Additionally, practicing gratitude can enhance your sense of outcome independence. By regularly reflecting on what you're grateful for, you shift your focus from what you lack or what you're striving to achieve, to appreciating what you have and the progress you're making. Let's sprinkle in some real-life examples to make this concept even clearer. Thomas Edison. Did you know Edison failed over 1,000 times before inventing the light bulb? Imagine if he had given up after the first 100 tries. I would probably be creating this video in the dark. His focus was on experimenting and learning, not just on the final invention. He famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." To be honest, this was when outcome independence peaked. J.K. Rowling. Before becoming one of the best-selling authors in history, Rowling faced numerous rejections. She focused on writing and refining her story, rather than letting rejections define her. Her perseverance and dedication to the process ultimately led to her success. Michael Jordan. Often cited as the greatest basketball player of all time, Jordan missed more than 9,000 shots in his career and lost almost 300 games. He famously said, "I've failed over and over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed." His focus was on improving his game, not just on winning. These examples show that the journey to success is often filled with failures and setbacks. But those who practice outcome independence are the ones who keep going, learning, and growing, regardless of the obstacles they face. Let's think about dating again. You ask someone out and they say no. Outcome dependence would have you crying into a tub of ice cream, thinking you're doomed to a life of solitude. But outcome independence, you laugh it off thinking, well, their loss, more ice cream for me. Or imagine trying to cook for the first time. If it comes out looking like a science experiment gone wrong, you can either curse the universe or laugh and say, "Nailed it," and enjoy the process of trying again. Life's too short to be perfect all the time. Embrace the messy, the imperfect, and the hilarious moments. In fact, some of the best stories and memories come from those imperfect moments. Think about it. How often do you hear people recounting tales of everything going perfectly versus the times when everything went hilariously wrong? Those are the moments that make life interesting and memorable. In conclusion, outcome independence isn't about not caring. It's about caring more about the right things, your effort, your growth, and your journey. It's about dancing even if no one's watching, trying even if you might fail, and living fully, without letting the fear of outcomes hold you back. And speaking of enjoying the ride, that's exactly what I'm doing with this YouTube channel. Each video, each comment, each like, and even each dislike is part of my learning process. It's not about the number of subscribers or views, but about the joy of creating and sharing. Thanks for watching. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Until next time, be undefeatable.